golden wildfire, a symbol of the past. Claude's swift military actions save Ordelia territory from immediate danger. However, the Empire's situation has drastically changed. The Kingdom and Central Church are closing in on Garreg-Mach, placing Edelgard at a disadvantage. After receiving a request for aid, the Federation army rushes to the scene.
Edelgard requesting reinforcements from us. This is not a matter that we can respond to lightly.
Why? It seems pretty straightforward to me.
Hilda, do you truly believe that Edelgard would so readily put herself in our debt had she any other choice? That does not sound like the Edelgard I know. She prefers her debts flow in the opposite direction.
Huh. Sounds like you two have something in common.
I will not deny it. In fact, that is precisely what gives me such insight into her current predicament. Make no mistake, the situation must be dire if she feels we are her best option. Simply put, were we to refuse her, it may well lead to her downfall.
What are you getting at, Lawrence? You've got a real dark glint in your eye.
The Empire's regime revolves entirely around its current emperor. If Adrestia were to lose her, it would collapse like a house of cards.
I see what you mean. At this point, there's no one in the Imperial line who could realistically inherit the throne.
In other words, if we abandon Edelgard in her hour of need, the Empire will fall right along with her. Not an argument I expected from someone as self-righteous as you, Lawrence. That sounds more like...
It sounds like something Edelgard would say.
True. She always struck me as the type who would stop at nothing to achieve her goals. Though, if I'm being honest, that basically describes Claude as well. Oh, I don't mean any offense, of course.
Yeah, other than Edelgard, Claude's the only one who would say something so devious.
And Claude wouldn't even tell his own allies what was going on until it happened.
Hey, that's ancient history. Nowadays, we all plot our schemes together. We're doing it right now.
I guess that's true. Although, maybe that means we're all turning into Claude a bit. How else do you explain what's happened to Lawrence?
The idea that I am somehow emulating Claude is preposterous. I am merely proposing what I believe to be the best course of action for Lester.
We can debate whether or not we've all become mini Claudes later. For now, let's hear what the king himself thinks we should do.
A battle between the Empire and the Knights of Seiros, with us being the factor that could turn the tides. We've been here before, haven't we? Last time, I chose to sacrifice Randolph in order to ensure our victory. And because I did, we got ambushed in ALL and barely made it out alive. I don't want to make that mistake again. This time, we're going to rush to Garreg-Mach, wipe out the Central Church's forces, and take down Rhea herself. That's the plan that will put an end to this war with as little bloodshed as possible. That makes it the best option we have. Yes, we're effectively rescuing Edelgard. But hey, we could do worse than having an emperor in our debt.
If that is what you deem best, you will hear no objections from me.
Yes, I find the plan satisfactory.
I got no complaints either. Let's get going.
Sounds like we're all in agreement on this one.
Just give the word, Your Majesty.
Right. We march on Garreg-Mach to rescue the Imperial Army. Prepare to move out immediately.
Let's give this a try. Will this work?
What if we do this instead?
Let's give this a try.
Here's what I had in mind. I've got this under control.
One step at a time.
Huh?
No.
Right.
Good day to you. How may I help you?
Nuh-uh.
Well,
Did you know? Oh.
Do you have a spare moment?
Can we talk?
Let's see.
I don't think so. Come to think of it,
To be brief,
Yeah.
Let's see.
greetings, friend. Nothing to report.
So I've been thinking.
Huh? Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use. Hey, you. You have a moment?
Hello there.
So it's you. Let's talk.
Hey there. Huh.
Man, you've got to be kidding.
What do you think?
Excuse me. We must speak.
Let's see.
Ah.
Got a minute?
Hey!
Huh? All right.
I see. That's concerning.
I see.
Hey there.
But of course.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Hello, you. Uh-huh.
Right on. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
No way.
Okay. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
No way.
Okay.
Hello, you.
Got a second?
Oh.
What do you think?
Right.
Hey there. How's my favorite mercenary?
The enemy's practically on our doorstep, but you're still taking the time to check on me?
Why not? I'll never be too busy to check on you.
Haha, very funny. So what, you're just being nice?
Not exactly. You didn't get a chance to learn anything even after you met Solon, did you? Yeah, we never got closure after our fight against those who slither in the dark. But now we have to turn our attention to the Central Church. I figured even you might have trouble moving on from that one.
I'll be honest, I can't stop thinking about it. Who am I, really? It's like the answer is dangling right in front of me, but I just can't reach it.
I'm sorry. I wish I could do more to help you with that.
Don't apologize. It's clear what the priority is right now, even to me. We need to put an end to the church as soon as possible so we can end this war.
You're right. The longer Foden remains in turmoil, the more likely it is they'll try something again. We need this war to be over so we're not left vulnerable.
And that means more work for you. I'm fine, see? Now go be important.
All right. But one more thing before I go. This war is going to end, but our fight with those who slither in the dark won't be over when it does. As long as they keep plotting, we'll keep going after them. I'll need your help with that from here on out. Got it?
Of course. You can count on me.
And if it so happens that we do eventually find out who you really are, just know that you'll still be the same person to me. You'll always be you. Remember that.
Thanks, Claude. Same goes for you. Whether you're the leader of the Leicester Alliance, the King, or even the Almiran...
Oh, keep it down. We're not talking about that part yet.
Ah, there you are.
Here to complain again, Lawrence?
Do I look like a man who does nothing but complain? Simply preposterous.
Okay, then what do you want?
I'm not sure if you noticed, but I have grown remarkably stronger as of late. I've poured all my effort, nay, my very blood, into these results. And do you know why that is?
To win the war, right?
That may be part of it, yes. But the impetus came from you throwing down the gauntlet.
I don't remember doing anything like that.
You surely could not have forgotten. Your words ring true in my ears even now. It was something like, if you don't want people running in to save you, then you just gotta get stronger than me.
That does sound like me.
And I believe I responded, "The day my strength surpasses yours, my noble personage will save your commoner skin and restore the proper order to this world."
Did you?
Yes, I most certainly did. And now that day has finally come. I am a man of my word, after all. If I could only just rescue you from a perilous spot in battle, I will have truly fulfilled my vow.
So, that was a vow, huh?
Yes, one I whispered into the ears of the goddess herself. Yet you seem dead set on foiling my every opportunity to fulfill it. Somehow you never stumble, never falter on the battlefield. It's almost as if you're an army all on your own. And so, despite my every intention to rush in and rescue you, the opportunity never arises. Well, what do you plan to do about this?
Okay, see what you're doing right now? You're complaining again. But you've got it all wrong. The reason I don't run into trouble in battle isn't because I'm all-powerful or something. It's because I have reliable allies like you fighting alongside me. So you see, you've already fulfilled your vow.
What? Well, I must say I'm quite impressed with myself. It seems I've managed to save your life without even realizing it. Which means I, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, have emerged victorious in our challenge.
Congrats, Lawrence. You did good. But just so we're clear, you're not so full of it to think you're actually stronger than me, are you?
Ah, throwing down another gauntlet. Very well then. How about a little sparring session, right here and now?
Bring it. But no complaining if you lose, all right?
Hey, do you have a moment?
What's going on, Ignatz? Finally leaving on that journey to see the world?
No, not that. In fact, we're not going to talk about my dreams today. You always ask questions about me, but you never talk about yourself. So, I thought it was high time I asked about you. You certainly have piqued my curiosity.
What? You got a crush on me or something?
Huh? No! I mean, I like you, but not like, you know, in that special way.
I'm joking, don't worry. No need to get all flustered. So, what did you want to know?
Well, since I told you about my dreams, I wanted to know about yours.
My dreams, huh? I think being a mercenary and going wherever the wind takes me sounds pretty good.
You still want to be a mercenary? Even after the war's over? But we'll finally have peace. You won't have to fight anymore.
Yeah, but that's all I've been doing since even before the war started. I'd just be going back to my old way of life. Killing monsters, guarding villages. There's still plenty of work even in times of peace. And who's to say some enemy from outside Fodlan won't show up?
Well, that may be true, but isn't it difficult having to constantly fight all the time?
Every job's got its tough parts, but the mercenary lifestyle's a perfect match for my personality. I can't even imagine settling down and establishing roots somewhere.
Yeah, that does sound like you.
Does it now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just meant that you don't really seem like the kind of person who wants to stay tied down.
You think so? Well, whatever the case, I plan on earning my keep with my sword. As long as my body holds out, that is. What about you, Ignatz? You gonna stay a knight once this thing's over?
I'm not sure. I'll have to cross that bridge when I come to it. But if my duties as a knight were to end at some point, then I guess that's when I could make my dreams a reality. If I were to do that, do you think you'd like to come with me as my bodyguard?
You do realize I'll be Fodlan's most sought-after mercenary by then. I'm not gonna come cheap.
Oh, really? Then I'll have to work extra hard to save up some money. Because I really do want to travel with you.
I'm gonna hold You too, that Ignatz. I'll be counting down the days till then. Yuri's still not back yet? It's been 5 days. What's this? A letter? Not like him to leave his stuff lying around. I wonder if it says anything about where he went. Well, it's just sitting there. Can't hurt to take a peek, right? Are you well? Eating enough? I worry about you all the time. Thank you for sending money always. I want to see you soon. Huh. Is this letter for Yuri? It's got a different name on it.
Having fun?
Yuri! Wow, you really snuck up on me. When did you get back?
Just now. More importantly, why are you snooping through things that don't belong to you? Choose your next word carefully, if you don't want them to be your last.
I'm sorry. It was just sitting out in the open, so I thought it'd be okay if I read it. I was worried you weren't coming back.
Never mind. I can't imagine you'd have a reason to pry into my affairs. I suppose this is what I get for taking off without telling anyone. And for being so careless.
Yeah, I thought you'd be the last person to leave something like this behind. You must have left in a hurry.
You could say that.
Was it because of the letter? I assume it's from someone in your family. Maybe a little brother or sister?
My mother, actually. She doesn't really have a way with words, I know. She's always been prone to illness, but lately her condition has grown worse. I try to visit whenever she asks to see me. Obviously, there are times when I can't go, but I have to take all the time I can get, right? I never know which visit will be my final chance to see her.
I understand. Once someone's gone, they're gone. But wait, the name on that letter, is that your real name? So Yuri's an alias and you're really
No need to say it. And yes, what parent would call their kid by an alias anyway?
Fair point. It's a nice name, though. Why hide it?
In my line of work, it pays to have more than a few names. And don't go telling anyone about this. You won't like to find out what happens if you do.
I won't, promise. And if I do slip up, you're free to do your worst. In any case, I am sorry for prying. And for what it's worth, I hope your mom gets better soon.
If it were easy to cure, then we wouldn't even be talking about it. But I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless.
I know you're busy, Your Majesty, but do you have a moment? It's important.
If it's really important, I have all the moments in the world. What's this about? There are so many possibilities, I can't even guess.
As you are well aware, we've cast away Lester's old alliances and begun anew as the Federation. And we've now joined forces with the Empire to overthrow the kingdom and dissolve the Central Church.
You're happy with all that, right?
Of course, Your Majesty. I would even go so far as to say I'm your greatest supporter.
I appreciate that. I feel much more secure in my position as king knowing I have your support.
I am fully confident you'll be able to fulfill our goals in this war. But my question concerns what happens after that. You say you want to remove the Church's authority from Fodlan and build society anew.
That's right. The systems that currently bind Fodlan were all created by the Church to serve their own interests. Now, I won't say they're all bad in and of themselves, but ultimately, they exist to maintain the authority of the Church of Seros. And so long as we revere them, Fodlan will never be able to move forward. Do you agree?
Let me make sure I understand. When this war is over, you wish to step back and reevaluate both the existing system of nobility and our manner of faith. And you also wish to establish relations with people from other lands and those who follow other faiths. Is that accurate?
Exactly. I want to knock down the walls that keep us closed in. See, I knew you'd get it.
Does this also extend to Fodlan's throat? Will you throw open its gates and look to establish a friendly relationship with the Almirans?
Yes, of course. It will depend on how they respond to our overtures, but that's what I'm hoping for.
And what of House Goneril, a family long seen as the enemy of the Almirans? Would you send its only daughter to form a marital bond with the Almiran royal family? Is that a possible scenario?
Huh? Are we talking about Hilda?
Our house has no other daughters.
Ah, okay, I see where this is going. Don't worry, Holst. I may be the King of Leicester, but I've no interest in also being a royal matchmaker.
But what if the next king of Almira turns out to be a kind and decent man? What if Hilda even likes him?
If Hilda wants to marry that hypothetical heartthrob, I'm not gonna stop her. Look, what's all this really about?
Apologies. My imagination ran free for a moment. If that is what Hilda wants, then I will not stand in her way either.
Your imagination's definitely still running there.
I'm just as worried about Hilda's future as I am about Leicester's. Maybe even more so.
I completely understand, so let me just say this. I believe that both Leicester's and Hilda's futures are as bright as they can be. All I ask is that you trust me.
I shall take your words firmly to heart. All I ask in return, Your Majesty, is that you continue to safeguard my sister, no matter what may come.
You got it. And, wow. You're really serious about this, Holst.
I will need to settle this matter post-haste.
Hey, Lawrence. What's wrong? If that frown was any lower, it'd be falling off your face.
Ah, hello, Hilda.
Have you been sleeping enough? Your body can't survive off grumbling and worry, you know.
I appreciate the concern, but I'm afraid I have no choice in the matter. As you're already aware, I have inherited the title of Count Gloucester from my father. As such, I must find a suitable partner to be my wife. It is an issue of utmost urgency.
Yeah, that does sound like a lot. Is that why you look so crabby? I don't know, though. I don't think you need to worry. I'm sure you'll find the right person in no time.
If only I had your confidence. The conditions for marrying into the distinguished House Gloucester are quite strict indeed. My partner must not only be willing to live alongside me as a proud noble, but share in the responsibilities that house leadership entails. I hope I can find such an ideal woman. But how is the situation in House Goneril?
My house?
Your father recently passed leadership of House Goneril along to your brother Holst, did he not? I was simply wondering what course of action you were planning to take in the matter.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the stuff my brother's up to doesn't really have much to do with me. If I had to pick, maybe I'd go traveling? I've always wanted to see the world. I'll go all over the place, taking in the sights, eating the best food Fodlan has to offer. Obviously not till the war's over and everything's cooled off, though.
Traveling, quite an unexpected answer. Though I must say, earning permission from your father or host will be no easy feat. Grand adventures such as those are fraught with danger at every turn. I can only imagine the perils you might face with disease or scornful local lords. If you'd like my opinion, I believe settling down and pursuing a life of leisure much better suits your carefree personality.
Maybe, but there's a time and place for everything, you know? I can travel first, then spend my days relaxing later. And besides, Holst and my dad both spoil me rotten, so I don't think convincing them's going to be too big a deal. Oh, but I probably shouldn't go anywhere that gets too hot or too cold. Extremes aren't really my thing.
In that case, I know the prime location. There is a wonderful little place within Leicester borders, with boundless forests and crystal blue rivers and the most exquisitely comfortable climate. It's also rather close to Goneril territory, so your family will be able to rest at ease.
Let me guess. Is it Gloucester?
You're quick to catch on. It is one and the same, Hilda.
Thought so. I guess I wouldn't mind adding it to the itinerary.
When did I fall asleep? Hey, where did my glasses go? Oh gosh, where did I put them?
Who's that guy? Hey there. Did you need something, sir?
Huh? Is that you, Hilda?
You sound like... Wait. Ignatz? Is that you?
Yes, but why didn't you... Oh, right, the glasses.
I totally couldn't recognize you without them. So what happened to your specs?
Well, I fell asleep on that chair over there a little while ago, and when I woke up, they were gone. I must have set them down before I napped, but I can't remember where I put them.
You must have been really tired to do that. Want some help looking for them?
Yes, thank you.
They must be around here somewhere. I'm sure the two of us will find them in no time. So what's the world look like without your glasses, Ignatz?
Well, everything's blurry, for starters. And even if someone I know is standing right next to me, I can barely see their face. Sometimes I just think they're a lamp or something like that.
Yikes, that's worse than I thought. We'd better find them before you stumble into a moat or something. Do you really not remember where you put them?
No, sorry. I guess I was too tired and took them off without thinking about it.
Aha! Here they are. They must have fallen through the gap there.
Thank you so much, Hilda.
You're very welcome. I'm just glad we found them. You look like a totally different person without those things, you know?
I do?
Yeah, even once I recognized your voice, it still took my brain a little bit to catch up. It was weird, you know? I felt like I was alone in the room with some mysterious stranger.
Sorry about that.
Still, he doesn't look half bad without them. I mean, I think your glasses suit you, Ignatz. So make sure not to lose them again, okay?
I'll try to be more careful.
I dare say I pulled off quite the impressive strategy in our previous battle. One should expect nothing less of me, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester.
It's a delightful surprise to see you here, sir. What wonderful peals of laughter you have. There is truly none other quite so suited for such splendid displays as yourself.
Constance? Is something the matter?
No, not at all. I just feel awful that someone as wonderful as you must turn their attention on a wretch such as I.
All right, what is the matter here? This is all quite unlike you. You almost always announce yourself to me with an exultant smile and some cutting jibe. But this... Oh, now that I think of it, I believe the same thing happened to her before. I thought she might be ill, but perhaps it is not so simple as all that?
I fear my words and actions, totally unsuited as they were to one of my status, have incurred your ire. Please inform me of what my punishment is to be, and I shall humbly accept whatever is to come.
What is this nonsense you speak of, Constance? You yourself said you were a noble woman at heart, did you not?
I must ask you to refrain from taunting me so. I am but a simple commoner now. A mere foolish being whose only calling is to obediently follow any order you give me.
Enough! Return yourself to normal at once. You sought to re-establish House Nouvelle. What has become of your ambition? Your... pluck?
That is kind of you to say. It pains me so to deny your gracious words. But it is unthinkable that someone so lowly as I could make real the nonsensical dream of re-establishing House Nouvelle.
Constance, this saddens me greatly. To think you would change so fundamentally once you fell into despair after your dream was shattered. I must do something to help you.
I cannot imagine causing you such a grave inconvenience, sir.
I will hear none of it. I do as I please.
Oh, how kind you are. But your help will not bring me happiness. Though audacious and selfish as this request may be, I ask you simply to watch over me.
It seems I must reevaluate my perception of you yet again. I once said there were things I must settle with you, but now is not the time for competition.
Correct. For no matter what sort of contest I find myself pitted in, you will always emerge victorious.
Well then, though you have rejected me once, pray allow me to say this. Nothing is impossible for Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. So when you decide to continue pursuing your dream and need my assistance, do let me know. Ha ha ha!
I need to speak with you, Ignatz.
Ah! Oh, Lysithia! You gave me quite the scare there.
Do you remember last time we spoke about our parents?
When you told me how you wanted to do something for them. Yes, I remember. Does that mean there's something I can help with?
No. However, the way you acted when we spoke has been weighing on me. I got the impression you are somehow pushing yourself too far.
No, I'm not. What would make you think that?
There it is again. Something is going on with you, and I think I know just what it is. You wanted to take over the family business along with your brother, didn't you?
Huh? I mean, no. I never wanted to do that. I'm, not really suited for the life of a merchant.
Really? And yet you know so much about paintings, silverware, tea, and other kinds of merchandise. Well, it seems I have miscalculated. I thought you became a knight solely due to your family's wishes.
You're not wrong about that. I mean, wait! That's not what I meant!
Aha! So there is something you'd rather be doing.
Well, yes.
Set your worries aside, Ignatz. I have a proposal.
You do?
Yes. You should come to Ardelia territory and get started on what you truly want to do. I can arrange for you to come and go as you please, and we may even be able to provide you with other forms of assistance as necessary.
Really? Well, I'm certainly happy to hear that, but can it wait until the war is over? I still have a job to finish as a knight. I'd feel bad for Lawrence if I just threw all of that away. I mean, he's the one who nominated me after all.
You always take your responsibilities so seriously. Do you never put yourself first? Still, I suppose that is a rather admirable trait. Very well then. I will wait until the war is over. Until then, hold on to your dreams, okay?
I will, Lysithea. And thank you. I feel like a new light is starting to shine on my life.
I don't know what will happen to Ardelia territory when the war ends. Still, if I end up a commoner, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to help him start his new merchant business. That is what he wanted to do, right?
Can't believe I didn't catch anything. Guess it's just that kind of day.
Oh, hello, Leonie.
Hey, Marianne. Where are you off to?
Nowhere. I mean, I'm just on my way back from the stables. And you?
Coming back from the world's lousiest hunting trip. I didn't even find a single track. And it's the first time I'd been hunting in a while, too. Talk about a waste of time.
Oh, that's too bad. But what is that you're holding?
Oh, this? Just some weeds. Felt bad coming back completely empty-handed. I figured I could use some to fill up my meal, so I went and gathered them. Also grabbed some medicinal herbs while I was at it.
Is that yellow flower edible too?
No, not at all. It's not poisonous, but it's really bitter. It's one of my favorite flowers, though. They're so pretty, don't you think? I saw some blooming and just had to pick one.
Yes, it's beautiful. All those tiny blossoms blooming from it. It seems almost heroic. Merely looking at it gives me the strength to continue living for another day, no matter what obstacles may come.
Can't say I've ever given it quite that much thought. Tell you what, why don't you take it?
Are you sure? After you went and picked it...
Hey, it's just a flower. It's yours.
Thank you. No, I'll feel bad keeping this lovely flower all to myself. Maybe I can put it in a bouquet and place it in the mess hall for everyone to enjoy.
You're always so thoughtful, Marianne.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
It's something, all right. But speaking of flowers, are there any you want me to keep an eye out for? I can pick whatever you like next time I go hunting.
Well, perhaps some mountain gooseberry?
The little green berries, right? Oh man, I love those. You can boil them up into jam, but I usually just eat the suckers by the handful wherever I find them.
Yes, I was thinking they'd be perfect to feed the birds.
Wait, you're giving them to birds?
I'll eat them too, together with the birds. But there's something you have to watch out for.
You mean the thorns, right? You're pretty knowledgeable about those little guys. Have you picked them before yourself?
No, but the birds told me all about them.
The birds told you. Marianne, you actually made a joke. I love it.
No, it's not... well... I'm glad it made you happy.
Wow, your painting is brilliant, Marianne.
Oh, it's not anything special.
Sure it is. I mean, especially since this is basically your first time. You're a natural. But me? I was born with a chronic lack of painting skill.
That's not true at all. I think your work is gorgeous. The sky and earth seem to leap off the canvas.
Oh, you really think so?
And what's more, I couldn't help but notice your ability on a horse as we rode here. You overflow with talent, Bernadetta. Never doubt it.
That horse thing is just because I'm a noble. They made me practice all the time when I was young. Still, I'm surprised how well it went considering I haven't been in the saddle for a while. Maybe I have some kind of hidden talent that's starting to bloom.
I would expect nothing less than such an effort from you, Bernadetta.
Say, Marianne, what do you want to do when this war is over?
Well, if it were allowed... I'd love to go to a forest where sunlight filters through the leaves, and read a book while surrounded by small animals.
Surrounded by animals? I mean, that's a lovely dream.
What do you want to do, Bernadetta?
I'll tell you, but it has to stay between us, okay? I'm, writing a story, and I'd like to finish it.
You are so very full of talent. I have such respect for you.
Oh, it's not so much. But hey, I just thought of a new story. Okay, so it's about a girl in a remote forest who talks to animals and makes friends with them.
Wait, isn't that...
Yes. I totally plagiarized your life. I just thought it would be fun to turn your dream into a story.
It is a book I would very much like to read. Please do let me see it if you ever finish.
Okay, Bernie. Pressure's on now.
I look forward to it.
In that case, maybe you could actually teach me about the forest animals? You know so much, Marianne. Honestly, I'd love to just sit and talk about whatever with you.
That sounds wonderful.
Then it's a promise. We'll talk each other's ears off.
It is a promise indeed.
Captain!
You again, Leone? What is it today?
Seeing as you're strong as ever, Captain Gerald, I was hoping you'd train with me.
Your eyes are playing tricks. I'm an old man. I'd never be able to keep up with you kids at the rate you're improving.
You can't mean that. I'm nowhere near a match for you. But hearing that kind of praise from my hero makes me want to devote myself to training even more.
Aren't you a little old for childhood heroes?
Maybe, but I'm still happy. I worked my whole life to be a mercenary like you, after all. And now I get to fight at your side? Dreams really do come true.
I'm glad. It's not often childhood dreams actually come to pass. I recall you always scampering a few paces behind me as a kid. You'd stare at me and ask all kinds of questions, even when I was clearly too busy to answer.
Well, I was just hoping you'd teach me about martial arts and tactics and that kind of thing. Before your job ended and you left, I mean.
I couldn't have learned much. I wasn't there long. Yet here you are, standing strong and tall. You have no one but yourself to thank for that. You grew up without any guidance from this old captain. I'm glad to call you my apprentice.
Thank you. I promise to make you proud. And one day, I'm going to surpass you. That's my new dream.
That's the spirit.
And I'm not just surpassing you, but your kid, too. I had no idea they were so strong.
Guess the topic never came up when I was in Son. We've both been through a lot.
I'm jealous about all the time you two got to spend traveling together. I bet their strength is due to your instruction.
All I did was teach the basics of merc life. Natural talent's likely behind the swordsmanship and tactical ability.
Which means normal folks like me have to put in 100 times the effort just to catch up.
Don't sell yourself short. I wouldn't have taken you on if you didn't have talent.